Blog Talk Radio.
Sometimes I wonder, have I been a failure? If I'm being honest, I feel so far away. Are the best days behind me? Am I worthy of your love? Lord, help me remember all your grace has won. 'Cause you came running out to me. You gave all you had to make me holy. To the end, you will find me. To the end, you will go. To the end, you will find me. To the end, you
time is on purpose. Well, actually, it's always on purpose. In all honesty, it's always on purpose. It's unscripted on purpose. So if you came here looking for perfection, that's not what you're going to find. What you will find is some information, some nuggets, some things that's going to help you in your day-to-day walk. Because basically we just tell it how it is, and we talk about our own life experiences and those that we've heard from other people and all that kind of jazz. So anyway, I got my girls back again. What's going on, ladies?
What's going on?
Hey, what's happening?
You know what? We are so
Thursday.
undefeated. Like, we do not quit. Thank you for my boo-boo Kenny, who's been working tirelessly trying to get this whole radio thing.
Go ahead, boo-boo Kenny.
Boo-boo Kenny been working hard, baby.
Not boo-boo Kenny.
Boo-boo Kenny. That was Boo-boo Kenny.
That's all right. Y'all know I'm about to go live. Y'all know I'm about to hit that live.
I get a new name every week, like Beloved did every week that we come on the show on Mondays. I'm like, Beloved, what's the B stand for this week? And he always got another something else. So that same thing for Kenny. I got a new little nickname every week. Y'all don't pay me no mind. So anyway, what's going on, girls?
What's going on with you, love?
So y'all, please, one at a time, tell us how y'all week has been. We'll start with you, Kim.
Well, okay. You can hear me good? You can hear me all right?
I can hear you so good. Oh, my God. I'm so happy. I'm
okay.
happy, right?
That's what's up. Okay, so my week has been dope, as usual. Like I told you, when I told you all last week, I said this week is going to be some manifestations of some things. And it has definitely, it's right here. Okay, it is definitely happening. I'm not going to tell it all, but it's definitely happening. More things are going on. There's a newer awakening in me spiritually and emotionally, physically, all of that. A lot's happening. So it's all good. It's all forward movement. I got some great contacts and some new clients from my website, so I'm happy about that.
Praise God.
Yeah, good and great things are happening. It's all forward movement, so I cannot complain, and I will not, because I have the power to change the things that I don't like. So what I do?
Hear that in your voice, so that's what's up.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Right.
Ma'am.
So how about you, Kim?
That was Kim.
I know that was Kim. Who else? Isn't that Dushon, Misty? Who else is on the line?
Yeah, DJ on there.
DJ, you're trying. I'm sorry, I don't know your number by heart, DJ. I'm just ashamed of myself.
Hey, it is so good to hear my ladies' voices. I'm gonna keep it brief. My week has been enlightening. I am continually growing. Thank goodness for my support system, my ladies, my family. And in the organization, we're moving. We just moved our date. So no matter what the challenges are, and I won't say challenges, it's a little, we got based on everything that's going on, we moved our date. But things are still happening. People are still supporting, and I am so grateful for that. And people are still needing to be served. So I'm just humbled about that. My family, my friends are safe, and I just have a spirit of expectation.
I know that's right.
Amen. That's awesome and amazing. This is me, Patricia. Misty will be coming in, and Marie will be coming in if they can. Misty is dealing with her grandbabies. You know how it is. It's Mother's Day is coming up.
Okay.
She's on the Mother's Day. Babysitting thing. So she said she'll try to pop in when she gets away from the 2-year-old, because she got a 2-year-old grandbaby. You know how that is. And then we know that our Marie is a nurse, so she may be out there serving the public. When she's able to jump on, she'll jump in there. But as far as my week, my week has been awesome. Like on Tuesday, we had On Monday, me and B Love did our thing, and that was awesome because we came back to Blog Talk Radio. We said, let's come back. And actually, it's been better. Like, okay, Blog Talk, all right now. So, just trying to get things rolling with that, right. So, me and B Love did our thing on Monday. On Tuesday, oh my gosh, it was so powerful, wasn't it, Kim? Wasn't it powerful?
Indeed. It definitely was, absolutely. Oh, yeah.
It's like we had, I want to say, 11 women on the line for On the Move Unscripted on Tuesday. Because on Tuesdays, we basically concentrate on interviews, me and Mr. Stout. But because of Mother's Day, he was like, well, let's go ahead and do something, geared towards some of the women that are dealing with women who are going through stuff. And I know whenever we do On the Move Unscripted on purpose, you always talk to, R. Marie or Misty or myself, and you give us hints. So I said, we'll be good to bring her on. And then we had a lot of doctors on the line who specialize in that. It was like the bomb diggity, man. Like, the love.
Indeed.
But you know what?
Yeah.
Just like everything in life, the enemy tried his best to come in and mess it up. But we always on there like, oh, no, devil. Baby, not this time. Not tonight. Not tonight. Go take a nap.
Okay.
Ain't there somewhere over there in Europe? Somebody needs you over there. Get up out of my space. Not tonight. We can't. No. Yeah. So I had an awesome.
Very powerful.
So Mother's Day is coming up. What's y'all plans? What's going on, Kim and DJ? What y'all got planned for Sunday?
I think the skating rink is open.
Was it really?
Oh,
that's right. In Atlanta. Atlanta opened up the gate. They said, "Y'all better get out that house and go do something."
If that be the case, you know where I'm gonna be at. Otherwise, I don't really have any plans because I don't really celebrate holidays per se. And I'm a mother every day, so one day don't make too much of a difference to me.
Okay.
I'm always grateful to be one, and I'm grateful to still have one. So I will acknowledge her. She's in Ohio, but she's in an assisted living, so I can't even get at her or talk to her right now. So keep her in my prayers, if you all would too. For anybody who can't get access to their mother right now, keep them in prayer. But as far as celebrating it, I celebrate it every day.
Yeah. Wow.
Amen, Kim. But I'm sorry. I need my little special little something on Mother's Day. I'm sorry. I ain't like you. I want it all. I wanted Monday through Friday. I wanted Saturday, Sunday, and I want it on Mother's Day, dog. Last year, and I need a birthday. I need some appreciation. You know how 9 months of pregnancy. I mean, that means you walk around your back hurting, your feet swelling. You know what I'm saying? You can't lay on this side and you can't lay on that side. And then don't even talk about childbirth. And then we got all night long. You don't get no sleep for like the first 2 years. They cry like hell for the next 2, then they whine like hell for the 2 after that, and then they act bad as hell for the 2 after that, and then you just keep on to 18, 19, 20, and then you think, oh, it's over. No, that's a lie. No, I need my Mother's Day.
Right.
Sorry.
I hear you clearly.
I need my Mother's Day.
Clearly, you need your Mother's
Day. You all of that. Like, and then you like, oh man, the magic number 18 coming up is everything they need. Just took a notch in pay. Like, what is going on?
I'm sorry, Marie. We didn't hear the first part of that. So start because you just came in like, yeah. So start over. How was your week?
Hey, sis.
Who are you, Marie?
Hey, I tried to sneak on. Trisha bust me out 2 weeks in a row, so I won't sneak no more.
No, we know that you are a nurse.
In.
So because we know you're a nurse and you're out there in the field, you're on the front line. We understand. I already told him, like, she'll get here when she's done with her patients. I just, so sweet. Oh, she's just loving on her patients. Marie's a good nurse too. She's one of them ones that you're gonna want to come to your house. Only problem is you're not gonna want her to leave, and she, so and she's gonna talk to you. She's gonna make you feel loved. Remember when we had
I accept that.
Remember when we worked together?
When we had what?
Remember when we had our patients together?
And we worked at a psych nursing home, okay?
Yeah.
There were some sick ones. Oh, but most of them were psych. Huh?
Oh yeah. I'm talking about even before that. Remember Milo, our patient that passed away?
Mm.
Yeah.
That was hard. That was my first
Yeah,
death, and he was young. You know, he was 24. He was young, so it hurt my heart because I took care of him. At that time, I wasn't a nurse. I was a STNA, and I had him 7 hours a day, 4 hours in the morning, 3 hours in the evening. So I spent more time with him than I did any other man. And just, because when I first got him, he was so quiet and so distant. I'm like, look, I am a talker. I am a comedian, and I can't do this. You got to talk to me. It's dull in here. You got the shades on. This is not the Addams family's house.
When they gave me his case and they asked me, who do you know anybody that wants to be or it could be his age? We're looking for a. I said, oh, I got the perfect one, and we were a perfect combination. We loved him like awesome. But then you're talking about the nursing home, the Bright Place that we used to work at. Oh man, that was that was crazy.
I had one guy swore he lived on Mars. And he was like, no, I don't need a nurse. I'm on Mars. I don't need a nurse. I'm on Mars. So I'm like, I got to get him his medication. Something got to shake. And I think I'm actress material. So I went back the next time and knocked on the door. He was like, who is it? I'm like, I am here with a message from Earth. Got right in. And every time I talked to him, I had to go into character. I had another one that thought he was Barney 5. So for Christmas, I bought him some. For Christmas, I bought him a walkie-talkie. And then then you off a few days. So when you get back on, I see the A's playing with his walkie-talkie. He looking all sad. I'm like, what's going on? He said they won't give my walkie. They bullying him out of a gift I bought him, which of course did not sit well with me. By that time, I was a nurse. Like, no, I didn't buy this for you. Did not buy this for you.
She's telling the truth. Those patients used to have us laughing. Like, it was. Yeah.
Had an aide that tried to challenge me. Remember that, Trisha? She was a bully. She was a bully. When the trays come on the floor, everybody who go out to eat in a restaurant, if you order some hot food, you want it hot. If it's not hot, you go, excuse me, this is not hot, So when the trays come up on the floor, I try to hurry up and get done with my med pass. But, I'm doing, I got like 50-something people. But if I get done by the time the trays come up on the floor, then I go help pass out trays because I like to eat meals when it's hot.
Right.
It's bad enough it was only half good, so no. And then I had one girl who was really stuck on Jerry Springer. And if the trays come out, she'd just make her people wait until it goes to commercial or until it go off. And I'm like, the trays are on the floor. She was like, oh, okay. I waited a few minutes, gave a couple more patients a couple more residents their medication. And I looked and I'm like, oh, them trays still sit. I went back in there. She's still watching TV. I'm like, the trays are on the floor. Well, if you feel like it's a rush, then you go pass them out. I said, you know what? I will pass them out. And when I get done with my med pass, if you haven't emptied the rest of these trays, when I'm done, I'm going to clock you out. So you can leave for the day. If you're not going to be here to work, then you go home. And then I left it at that.
I feel so bad I know everybody's been hearing in the news about some of these nursing homes and how they've been finding dead people that's been like in the backyard somewhere in the truck and all that kind of stuff. Like people that they didn't report had passed or whatever. Like I've been hearing stuff in the news and I feel so bad for those families. You know what I'm saying? If you're someone and you have a family, a mother in the nursing home, I understand we got the COVID-19. I understand that, but you still got to check on your family. Like, get you a mask or whatever, and go and see your mama. Especially if you ain't seen her in a while.
You cannot go in the nursing home.
Can I?
They won't even let you go.
You cannot go in the nursing home.
I just gotta say something.
So who is checking on, making sure that? Wait, hold on. If the family is not allowed to go into these nursing homes, who is in there making sure that these patients are getting the care that they need? Who?
Well, I did see some really kind nurses, You sure may.
I want to just say something real quick. I just want to say something real quick while I have the moment. My auntie passed away today. Creola Houston. So rest in peace, Aunt Creola. And she's in an assisted living facility for a couple of months. She did have some pre-existing medical conditions. She was tested with COVID. They said she was tested positive for COVID-19 a couple of days ago, and she's passed away this morning. No, we can't. Nobody. No, the daughter, nobody, the grandkids, the nieces and nephews could not go into the facility to see her. Now, what I thought about it today, I said, I remember some time ago I went up to Children's Hospital to see a gentleman, and he was very sick, and that's all I knew. And his mom said, hey, just go see him. And I went to see him, and even though he's an adult, I don't know why he was in children, but he was. And I remember going way to the back. And when I arrived, they said, hey, you know he has tuberculosis, and you're going to have to, this is airborne, and you're going to have to be suited up. Now, I got in masks. I got in gloves. I got in, I think 15 minutes to get suited up just to protect myself. So them not allowing family members to go see someone that is maybe on their deathbed or very ill, I compare that to airborne tuberculosis, which is highly contagious. And once you're tested positive for that, you cannot. You're going to always be tested. You're going to always be positive. It's always going to be in your body. And I thought, what's the difference? What's the difference with this? I mean, it was just a thought, and maybe someone can answer. What is the difference?
Well, one of the differences are with tuberculosis, even though there is no cure, there is preventive medication where they're not in dire pain and to get them out of the red spot. Since there is no cure, they're coming up with these quick vaccines, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work. So we don't have anything concrete to prevent us from getting this. But it is pretty much kind of a guarantee that if he is having an episode or if his TB is acting up and he catches COVID-19, he's more than likely not going to make it. They showed on television an elderly man who went up to the nursing home every day, bought his lawn chair, sat down and talked to his wife outside the window. Now, a lot of the nursing homes have tablets where, and as they take turns, they go to different residents, as they take turns, the resident can talk to a family member while looking at them, but they said they're too fragile to risk going in. It's bad enough that they're catching it through most of the time through the staff. Because you have some people who live in rural areas.
Well,
so that is the difference. Right now, tuberculosis. Right now, tuberculosis does have something to curb what's going on with the tuberculosis. But right now, right now they're offering, I guess, pay to as a volunteer. Well, it's a study-based program where you could sign up at OSU, and they're taking your blood or the new vaccine that they're trying to bring out by fall, because they said we're going to get hit again around late fall. And I'm like, how would you know that?
Yeah, I heard that.
How would you know that?
I heard that.
That's how they know. It's planned. It's on the schedule.
Right.
You said it's on the schedule,
I heard that it's going to be.
Yeah.
It's going to be another 2. We're going to be going now. This is what they're saying. I'm just saying another 2 years before this is over, because it's going to be another wave, like you guys said. It's going to be worse, and then another one. It's like, how do they know that?
What scares me most of all is like, and I'm talking back about the nursing home. What scares me the most is that you have these individuals who are in nursing homes. And there's a shortage of workers. We already know that, because a lot of people, are either coming down sick or they're not. Nursing home is the last place people want to work, because they never have enough staff. So I'm sure in this situation they have even less staff. And then so you have these people in here, and nobody's being outside of the people that's in the nursing home, that's running the nursing home. Nobody's able to come in and check on them. So that's when you get that elderly abuse starts to popping up, and mistreatment and all that kind of stuff. And that's worrisome to me. Like, I worry about that. So I understand not being able to go in because of, the COVID-19, all that kind of stuff. But also, who is making sure that the patients are getting the care they need to be getting? It's family that we usually depend on to make sure that Miss Rebecca is all right, and she's gonna complain if she's not. But if she's not, if the family's not able to come in there, and you got limited staff, you're working on a skeleton staff, you got 80 people, one nurse trying to pass medications to 40 or 50 people by herself. You got 2 aides trying to change all these people, and you've got this virus thing going on. That worries me. I ain't lying.
It's pretty scary. It's pretty scary.
And you can't even go and check on your family. That's why the people are coming out. News, they're doing news things when these people are protesting and stuff about, because they can't even go and see family. Oh my God.
Yeah, because one man said him and his wife was newly. Yeah, this man a couple of days ago on the news, his wife had they found the cancer, and they tried, caught it early, but she found out she was pregnant. So right after she had the baby, she had to immediately go into surgery, and the husband was sitting out in the lawn with his little, cheering her on like, babe, I see you, I love you. And she's like 7-8 floors down, but when she looked out her window on the floor, she could see him. But he said there's nothing more scarier. He said, I'm just scared. My wife is fighting for her life with this cancer. She just had surgery. We have a newborn child, and I can't see her. He says, the baby hasn't been able to see her. I was like, wow, that's horrible.
That's deep. That's real deep. So, Kim, y'all out there partying like a rock star out here in Atlanta right now, right? Like, everything. Y'all like, come on out and have some fun. Like, y'all looking at Atlanta looking at the rest of the world like, I'm sorry, our lockdown is over. Our governor said, open it up. Come on out. Hell, if you're going to get it, you're going to get it. Just mask up and have fun.
Now, are people masking up?
I mean, you still have people that
masking up.
Yeah, they still mask up. You have some that are, some that are not. I mean, there's some people that are still, not going out, and, those who are pushing the agenda not to go out because of, the whole agenda, what is appearing to be. And there's also another side of that. And I know we ain't trying to have that conversation tonight, so I'm going to leave that at that. But, yeah, people are out. They out doing their thing. I don't miss the traffic. You know what I'm saying? So the traffic is ridiculous. It was ridiculous before the lockdown. This thing here, my goodness, I think it's already been a lot of accidents. A lot of accidents have happened since it opened up, and we ain't been open but a week, if that. Because people flying around here like there ain't no speed limit. The speed limit is just go.
Yeah. That doesn't mean they can't drive.
Already can't drive. Indeed, but the speed limit is go. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's in their car like they the only ones in their car. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the street belongs to each individual person, so it's reckless. They get more and more reckless. Like, everybody in a hurry to get nowhere, literally.
Well, our streets is pretty cool, ain't they, DJ? Like, DJ and Marie, like, we haven't had, like, because we're still, I'm trying to understand, DJ, are we still, like, on lockdown type thing? Or are we free to roam but with restrictions? Like, I'm trying to.
This is the governor. Yeah, the governor. So this is what the latest is here in Columbus. I noticed traffic is picking back up within the last 3 days, today especially. Friday, the 15th, I believe, beauty salons, barbershops, and nail salons were open with following certain protocols, whether it be taking temperatures, masks, waivers, signing waivers, not showing up without an appointment, no walk-in, and so they have to put in those practices and procedures and steps. Restaurants will open up on the 21st, retail stores on the 21st. But I believe that I'm not quite sure about the stores. I'm sure they may have because the social distancing order is still in place. So I don't know if there's meaning so many people in the retail stores. I'm not sure. For restaurants, I think they're only doing patio. You're not going to be able to come in just yet. You're going to be outside, patio, and so many people at a table. Now, all that.
You're saying you can at the Are you saying that for the restaurants with patios, you can actually sit on the patio and eat?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to allow people to come in and sit down and eat right away. I think it's going to be, now this is what I was told, that you're going to be able to come into the restaurant, but only so many. I'm sorry, backtrack. Places like Subway right now, you can go in Subway, but you can't sit down at the table and you can order out. Restaurants like maybe that you go sit down at, Applebee's, Cooper's Hawk, Red Lobster, they're not going to open up their dining room. You're going to be able to sit outside, and there will be only so many that can sit at a table. So I don't know. It just sounds like it's going to be a lot of inconvenience. Crowds are going to be out there, or either I think maybe people are not, because a lot of people that I talked to said they ain't going out. They don't trust it, and they're not going right out. So I think it's going to be just
give
weird.
them 2 weeks. Give them 2 weeks.
Weird.
Give them 2 weeks. About 2 weeks incubation time. If everybody just people have started getting out, so count about 14 days. And if everybody ain't doubled up, coughing and snotting all over themselves, then it's pretty safe. Wouldn't you say that, Marie? About 2 weeks. Everybody start. We're gonna be watching.
Go out. A lot of people said they weren't going to go out, but I do notice that.
Agenda. I just don't feel good about, I just don't feel good about it. Not saying that
I don't feel good about it.
Viruses out there, but what are they doing? What is their agenda? What's next? What are we going to be introduced to next? That's what I'm kind of thinking about. It's like, what are these people? What are they doing?
I don't know.
Like, what's next? What's next? Because I just feel like it's all a planned agenda. That's me.
Oh, yeah. When you can tell people that it's coming back this fall, and I'm like, well, how in the hell would you know that?
On October 19th,
how do they actually know? What are they measuring to say go out and not go out? What are they measuring?
How many people they can control. That's what they're measuring.
That's why, and that's why they're letting us.
I'm sorry, Kim. You said you think it's what?
It's control. Consider this, okay? Everything that we're being told that we cannot or should not do. First of all, it ain't even law, okay? It's just been a suggestion made by people who have some type of authority. Okay, ain't no law about it. I've been kind of back and forth with how I really feel, how I'm gauging it, and considering how we are created naturally, and with the need to be interactive with people and to be outside connected to the earth and to be in the sun, and how our skin absorbs the sun, and certain vitamins and all that kind of stuff come from the sun, and you know what I'm saying, all these things that are natural for us. Our medicine is in the world, is outside, is in the nature. The things that we need in order to survive are in the nature. So why are we being told to stay out of nature? You know what I'm saying? We're being told to stay out of nature. We're being told to stay away from our natural medicine. We're being told to stay away from the things that create and support and improve our immune system. We're being told to stay in facilities or inside places that will cause your immune system to drop. We're being told to do that.
Kim. That's a good point.
So you can't go off of what they are telling us to do. Usually what whoever the hell they are, tells you to do, you probably need to do the opposite. That's all I'm saying. I know that ain't the time.
I can say this. I do know that Governor DeWine, when everything first started, said you could still go outside, like within your parameters, your yard and stuff, exercise. He still let people, the walkers, walk. He still let the joggers jog, but he did strongly suggest they have on masks. He said because, it's good for mental health. Because people just was starting to drop like flies. Like, I can't take being cooped up.
Yeah,
there's people who really cannot be, they're claustrophobic. They'll spaz out if they can't get out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
But it was very few. It was very few. But, I saw them out jogging, walking.
We need vitamin D. Like, vitamin D comes from the sun, and that's something that's very important for us. And being out in the sun and stuff is necessary. A lot of people are vitamin D deficit and don't even know it. Like, especially people who live in Chicago. I remember they used to say that all the time when I lived in Chicago. For some reason, a lot of people have a calcium deficit, a vitamin D deficit, and I don't really understand why, but everyone should get their levels checked to see if they need to take some extra vitamins and stuff because already, and then we locked up. That's even worse. So yeah, definitely.
Mine was low. I just got tested and my vitamin D was low, but I knew it was low. And I just
most people are
about
most people are.
So
most people.
I have 1,000 milligrams a day.
Go in the sun, child. Go outside.
Well, let me tell you, and I'm being honest. I'm fair complected, but I noticed that my skin is so pale. My skin is so pale.
Yeah,
it's
like it's depleted of what it needs to be colored.
It's pale. It's really pale. And I'm thinking, look at my skin.
Go back out in nature and reconnect. That's what I would suggest. Reconnect. Everything that we need has been provided naturally from day one. To be told that we cannot interact with it, that we're not supposed to be in it or around it or touch it, utilize it is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
That's ridiculous.
I don't mean to jump.
Too, and
I don't mean to jump, y'all, for a second, but I forgot to ask Maria because Mother's Day is coming, and I forgot Maria didn't get to say what she got planned for Mother's Day. I don't mean to jump off but shoot, my spirit's tired from all that COVID-19.
I know that's right.
Well, I have to work on Mother's Day. Not happy about it. Forgot to put in what I did was miscalculated my months back in March when it was 5 weeks. So I'm like, oh, shoot, I'm off that weekend. Cool. But then I'm like, when I found out I had to work, I only have one person and he's 2 visits. So I was like, get up early in the morning, then run back and take care of him anywhere between 3 and 6 o'clock. I'm like, then it'll be cool. But then when I picked up this other case, that gave me this woman, and she's 3 times a day. And she's mental. So I guess I'm just in for it for Mother's Day. But, yeah, I mean, when I joined the conversation, people were saying, I don't know, I heard Trisha saying I heard and I'm listening to. I'm like, yeah, me too. I feel like I help my children. And I told them, look, because I have, some of my sisters are like, I don't care. That's all superficial. I'm like, it's not superficial. Because being a mom is not superficial. It's real. When you give so much of your life to watch somebody grow up, raise somebody, and all of that, I'm like, that's real to me. I'm like, and I told my children, like, I don't ask for a lot throughout the year. And throughout the year, y'all usually have to come to me for something, some more than others. I'm like, but, even if they were to go to a dollar store and get me $1 card and $1 candy or something, but anything is better than nothing. And if I don't come at you cheap and you come at me cheap, I'm going to return the favor so I can show you. Because I don't ask for a lot, but I do expect a gift on my birthday. And I do expect something on Mother's Day. And that's real. So if I don't get it, I decided this year I'm not going to get upset about it, but I'm going to let them feel how I felt on Mother's Day. Now play games, and it's on.
This is it. This is all we got. That's all I got on Mother's Day.
That's it. Then you give me this all here. I found the exact same dollar teddy bear, so here you go. Happy birthday. Yeah, come on, play. Come play with it. Because like the older they get, the more they cost. And it's hard for me to stomach. It's hard for me to stomach because I didn't do that with my mom. I didn't. I became independent as a teenager. I still needed her, of course, as a minor, but I quickly learned that working is an essential part of financing the things that you want and need, So, and my kids have the same work ethic, but I don't know. Some don't feel like they got to save because they got, the mommy ATM. I'm like, at some point, what you going to do? Because if God forbid, if I died today, I would go on passing to the other side with worry of at least one or two of my children. Like, oh my God, so I'm just, get it right and have my Mother's Day gift. Have it ready. My grandkids make a gift, and to me that's so enduring because they put a lot of thought process. So
right.
if you can't afford to buy me a gift after you just spent your stimulus check, then make me a gift. Make it feel like I was worth it. Yes, I threw it in there. I said it, and I don't take it back.
He said you didn't spend that $1,200 stimulus check. Y'all better come with me something, or they'll be looking at me later on Monday after Mother's Day. I'm like, can you help me? No, I can't do no more for you today than you did for me yesterday on Mother's Day.
That's a mess. So let me ask this question, ladies: If your children give you stuff throughout the year, and they don't give you something on Mother's Day, you still feel some kind of way?
That's a real good question, Kim. Because I can honestly say
I always get stuff on Mother's Day, so no, it wouldn't. Only when the kids get older, when they're young, they're under the age of 18, they don't have no job, whatever. Anything they do, Mom, I cleaned up the house for you today and folded the clothes. Happy Mother's Day, thank you, baby. Because they don't have it, so they did something. Something came out of their house, or they made you something. But when they got a job and they working and they can't even send you pay 99 cents for the electric Happy Mother's Day card or something, I got a problem with that. Like something. Something.
But
you working.
I could say that throughout the year, it's not like they shower me with gifts all the time, but if I saw they didn't have it, I've been watching my babies struggle, I'm not, I can't say it's no big deal, but I won't make a big deal out of it, because throughout the year they will look out for me. I have one daughter that gets government assistance, and when they gave her food stamps, she was like, "Hey, Mom, I got $100. You want to go grocery shopping?" That is looking out. That's thoughtful. You thought of me, because I'm gonna have to get food anyway. But now I don't have to spend it, and my daughter's not requiring me to pay half for it or to pay it back. She just wanted to look out for her mom, And so I don't have a problem with that. If you're looking out for me, and then it won't be too much of a disappointment. But for me to be like, I won't be disappointed at all. I would be lying to you, ladies. And over here on this show, we keep it real, right? Now, maybe I need to work on my expectations. Maybe I could do that, because right now I'm not really doing it.
And we keep it real. So what about you, DJ? Answer that question. Answer Kim's question to you. Answer the question. If you didn't get anything, would you be upset? Like, DJ. DJ didn't roll. DJ, get back over here to this phone.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm steady talking and it's
Come
on you.
on, the key.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So who just finished talking about? Who just finished speaking?
Marie.
Well, okay. I am Marie. Because I tell my kids, as much as you guys grown, ask, Mom, you got Cash App? Yeah. That's the worst thing I ever said was yes.
I don't know how to do it. Don't want to learn.
Y'all know I want a card. I want something. And no, they don't. Now, my son will come over here and say, here, Mom, he'll acknowledge it and give something. But I'm like, you got 300 and how many days? 659? Prepare. I don't care if it's a flower pot, Trader Joe's gift card. I feel, yes, but I just let it go. And I know they love me. I know they love me, but I can't get I want, show me something.
Something.
And
come to my house. Cook me dinner. Do something. Because I love, even if it was a flower pot, I love flowers. Now, when it's nice, I just bought 2 little flower pots. It doesn't take much to make me happy. Right.
So, they'll, spend some money because I know what y'all spend. But again, my daughter has 5 children. My son has 3. So they're not
the thing is, I know most of my children are little. So I buy arts and crafts. We do that. Or, if it's Mother's Day, happen to hit around a payday, and I mean, this is from them, and my children are well aware that their children don't have a job. So, I mean, I will take them so they could get their mom something, or take them where they could buy, where they could make their mom something. I'm even looking out for them to make sure they still get something. I give my daughters a gift on Mother's Day. And they're not my mother, but I'm showing, honey, I appreciate you. I appreciate that you're doing a good job with my grandchildren. Mm-hmm. I mean, but now what do I do if I'm beginning not to appreciate the job they doing? Maybe they went from good to fair. Now, I mean, I don't know. But what I know is that, what I do know is that we're going to see Sunday.
I want to open up something. But our plans, nobody has any plans. So I don't have any brothers or sisters. It's like my mom is 70. And what I'll do is I'm going to go get her something. I mean, she already told me she wants what she wanted. But I'm going to get her something. I'm going to take it there. But, I wanted to cook something and have them over. But my mom and dad aren't comfortable. My dad has asthma. My mom, they're just not ready to come out and be out. But I said, let's have dinner. Like, I'll cook dinner and just us. But this year, nobody really wants to do that. So everybody's just kind of staying home. So there's no plans. So I'll get up and I'll listen to church service online. And I'll sit on my patio and play some music.
Well, can I put something else on y'all's mind while we still talk about this here?
Because now I'm all bad. Like, I was like,
Let me give you something to consider. First of all, the holidays, they're man created. All right, they were created by another human being who decided they chose that particular day to celebrate whatever the hell they celebrate. Okay, when we became mothers, we were mothers from that day and every day from that day. So to decide that we are only worthy to be celebrated on somebody else's day that they chose to show whatever it was that they're showing to their mother, father, whoever, it don't say a lot about us. You know what I'm saying? As women, as even fathers, when Father's Day comes, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have an expectation that on this day, you should show me something. On this day, you should buy me something. You should do something extraordinary for me. You should show me appreciation and love on this day. So what happens the other 364 days? Is there not the same expectation? Is there not the same will? Do you not have the same value of self as a mother or those other 364 days? That one day shouldn't make any difference. No value should really be put on the day. It's how you are interacting with your children. What have they learned from you? How are they, how have they been developed? And vice versa. What have you learned from them? How are you all interacting? How are you able to grow? How are you able to show each other appreciation every day, regardless? Because if Mother's Day falls off the calendar, you're still a mother regardless, every day. Don't get hung up in the day, because that's where them damn feelings come about when you don't get something on that day, but then you didn't expect anything 364 days prior. So we cheating ourselves when we're saying, on this day, I expect you to treat me like I'm worth something. I expect you to treat me like you love me. I expect you to give me a gift of reverence. That's cheating. It's devaluing you as a mother.
So I got a question for you. I'm curious, Kim. I got Let me ask you a question, and no offense, but I want to know. So, are any of, because you're in Atlanta, and I know, but you're from Ohio. So my question to you right now is, do you have any children, grandchildren, or anybody in Atlanta with you right now that you have to deal with or come in contact with on a daily basis?
There's nobody here.
Okay. So
my people are in Ohio.
Right. The only reason why I say that is because I understand. First, let me say I understand what you're saying as far as man-made holidays, and I know there are a lot of people who do not celebrate holidays. Period. They don't give a darn because they feel they're man-made. That's fine and dandy, and I understand that, and I respect that. But they should also respect those of us who we are, like for myself and for DJ and for Marie, we are dealing with them on a daily basis. Can you take me to work? Can you pick me up? Can you take me over here? Can you take me over there? Can I borrow a couple $? Can you watch the kids? Can you come over here? Can you slide on it? It's like we are dealing with that day in and day out, day in and day out. So if all we're asking, we know they love us, and we're mothers 24/7, but for one day of the year, just like they celebrate birthdays, like, oh, I'm celebrating the date that I was born and brought into earth. Also, we mothers are saying, let's celebrate us for one bringing you life. This is your birthday for us. This is the day that we get celebrated for that one day. Show us instead of just telling us. Like, we are here for you 24/7. But that one day, do something. Go pick a flower out of the next door neighbor's freaking backyard. Go. You know what I'm saying? Come mow mama's lawn or something. Come wash the dishes and cook us a meal. Come do for us like we do for you. We know they love us, but during one day, I understand all the people who don't believe in pagan holidays, and much love to y'all. But for me, with 4 kids, and they still on me like 4 kids, except for my oldest son. My oldest son doesn't. My oldest son, he's in Texas doing the same. But the other 3, oh no, got something. Mow the lawn, cook me a breakfast, bacon and eggs, something. That's how I feel. What do y'all? That's how I feel.
Yeah, just to reiterate, we're celebrated, every day. Then you got, but this is one day, whether somebody else chose the holiday and decided to give it to mom, whoever did it, I thank them because I feel like I've earned it, So out of all the 365 days a year, they chose one day to just do an extra appreciation and show a little bit more honor, just in case you done skipped out throughout the year. This is the one time that you're like, hey, Mom, good job. Thanks, Mom, for everything, and that just makes it all better, but I'm glad that it's a Mother's Day. I'm glad I celebrate Mother's Day. If I didn't celebrate no holidays, that would be one thing, but if I'm gonna celebrate my birthday, because I'm not being reborn every year. So I mean, what's the significance other than you getting older? It's only fun until you get grown. As you get older, overgrown, or hit the season age, although I'm enjoying each day as it comes, but I do feel like I earned being appreciated. I earned if they just gonna give us one day, because if they could say Happy Mother's Day to me every day, I would take it. But they can't, and not every day is a Happy Mother's Day, because there's always at least one kid that want to, that tries you or to act just like you, or it's something. So I'm glad that it's just one day, and that's my thing is it's not like it's 5 times out the year. It's one day out of 365 days, and they have one specific day for that. I don't see why you can't do it. It's one day.
Okay, but what if your children say, I don't want to celebrate it that day. I'm going to choose a different day for Mother's Day. I'm going to do this for Mother because it's Tuesday. Today, Tuesday, is going to be Mother's Day. But you all are basing it on the calendar for what's scheduled on a man's calendar that says this is the day that you're supposed to celebrate your mother. What if they don't want to celebrate it on that day? What if they want to do it 2 weeks before, 2 days before, 2 days after, every other day except that day? I'm saying the calendar day shouldn't make a difference. It shouldn't even have any type of emotional string on the mothers if that one day is not the day that's chosen to be celebrated. If my children call me and say, Mom, I just want to say I love you, I thank you, I appreciate you for everything that you do, and this Tuesday morning, I don't care. It ain't got to be no so-called Mother's Day, no birthday, no New Year, none of that. It's the fact you recognize on this particular day, you recognize that you wanted to recognize me. The date didn't matter. The day didn't matter. The reason didn't matter. It's the thought that did, and you know what I'm saying? They went for that. It didn't. Nothing else mattered. At that moment, they wanted to express their gratitude, no matter what the day was. That's what I'm saying. Try not to get hung up on a calendar day on when somebody or when your children decide they want to do something for you to express the gratitude of you being their mother, because it may not be on the calendar Mother's Day. It can be any day, as it should be any day. And also, just because my kids are not here, I have not always been in Georgia. That's another thing. I haven't always been here. And even still, my kids still call me 800 miles away and ask me for something that they right around the corner from. And this is for real. Do you know the number to the pizza joint? Ain't the damn thing around the corner from you? Ain't you across the street? What's the number to the school? I mean, anything. They still do that. And one of them almost 30 years old. But it doesn't matter, where I'm at or what day, what calendar day is, that people are celebrating, whatever it is. If they call me any day and say, I appreciate you, Mom, I love you, that's a Mother's Day. Every day is that, because I've been a mother for 30 years. If you decide you only want to pick one of those days in the year to do something, then pick. Make me no difference.
So I understand exactly what you're saying, and I'm sure you are an awesome mother, Kim, so please don't think that I'm saying that you're not. All I'm saying is, if they were to bring us a gift on Monday because they didn't make it for Mother's Day, which is Sunday, or they don't believe in it, or whatever they think, they still did something, brought something, expressed they love the day after, 2 days after, and was just like, Mom, I don't celebrate Mother's Day, but I still want to make sure you understand how much I love and appreciate you. So I did a little something for you. And if it was on a Thursday instead of that Sunday, I wouldn't care. I would still accept it. It's not really the date per se. It's more of the fact that they are showing us that they appreciate us. That's really what's after me. But I want to take a quick break, y'all, and then come back. We're having an awesome conversation. But I really want to talk about this issue that happened in Georgia with the guy that was running and shot down by the police. I really want to touch that and see what the ladies think about that. But we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Guys, you know what I'm saying, man? Or Louis Charlie Patricia. Not today, now. Maybe today. And we'll fear now. Time flies, it's a long day. Even though I smoke all day. Just stay out of my way. Out here trying to get paid. Roll the blunt, roll the woods. Feel it in your lungs, it makes you cool. Bad man stop me, get high. High still, yeah, I'm blazing. Now we smoking, we chilling. Maybe let the vibe sink in. This be the thing that you needing. I like the way we living. Roll the blunt, roll the woods. Feel it in your lungs, it makes you cool. Bad man stop me, get high. Next blunt to the next man. Now we smoking, we chilling. Maybe let the vibe sink in. This be the thing that you needing. I like the way we living. I'm so high, won't come down. Baby girl, wanna ride with me? Come with me, get out with me. Time go pause for 1 minute. I'm so high, won't come down. Baby girl, wanna ride with me? Come with me, get out with me. Time go pause for 1 minute. I tell yeah, we blazing. Your smoke like the only cure to my loneliness. Whenever you come with the fire, baby, yeah, you know I'm there. I cannot wait, hurry. I'm so late, hurry. Want to elevate, hurry. She wants to smoke, no worries. Let's be in one place, baby. Take a place that you ain't been. You gon' answer by the way you spread. Found them chilling by the corner, smoking that peanut butter. If you got yours, you can join us. Don't go loud, don't bother. I get higher and higher when I smoke this thing. What the mango come do? We give me peace that I need. We forever and ever. I'm chilling with my G. Smoke thick like a safari. Blowing never loud all night. If I do me, sorry. What that mean? You're just hilarious. I'm so far, you're still checking me. This just smell like green. Maybe today I start smoke. TikTok spin to the highway. Man on the smoke, tay. I like the way we living. On the best thing now smoke weed. La fella, maybe Snoop Dogg or Khalifa. Room full of chicks with the reefer. After I date you, no palava. I can never be sober. I'm in the club right now. Get your telescope, see a star. They call me hoopty, see me like the broke. To the third time, get never fold. Now I see myself chilling on the boat, sailing through life, seeing new ideas, $1 million dreams I never seen before. Sounds in my head, calling Moscow's. I see a party, one four. Life is a mystery, God knows. Anyone far, wanna join the cipher, ain't it? I'm a double cool, guiding. We get high towards your rising. Yeah, solid addiction. Say you get high like me, or I want your own. Say you wanna have a good day. Say you wanna get faded. Now we smoking, we chilling. Baby, this thing that you needing. I like the way we living. Now we smoking, we chilling. I am so high right now. I can feel inside of me. I am so high right now.
Quality of life is high when I'm f***ing you good. Possibilities start to fly when the climate's so rude. But when I'm back alive, I don't try cause I'm hella confused. Is the Hennessy the only reason why you understand my mood? See, I've been picking up the driftwood. Only so much I can take. If I'ma lie about me. If I'ma play, I'ma need a memory that you can't take it no more than what you're holding back for. If I'ma try, I don't need an excuse. There's something better to do. You can't teach me how to love you. There's nothing here to take. The birds forget. You can't change me, I don't trust you. My heart's not here to take. The birds forget. And I'm flying away. The birds forget. Flying away. The birds forget. Quality of sleep that I lose got me fucked up my health. Playing with your mind gives me time in the karma of hell. And I can be the one who's the cause of you hurting anymore. So I'm packing up my shit. If you need me, don't bother, cause I can't take it no more. See, I've been picking up the driftwood. Only so much I can take. If I'ma lie about me. If I'ma play, I'ma need a memory that you can't take it no more than what you're holding back for. If I'ma try, I don't need an excuse. There's something better to do. You can't teach me how to love you. There's nothing here to take. The birds forget. You can't change me, I don't trust you. My heart's not here to take. The birds forget. And I'm flying away. The birds forget. Flying away. The birds forget.
I read someplace from the Chinese or the Egyptians or somebody. It said these are the 3 worst things: to lie in bed and sleep not, to wait for one who comes not, to try to please and please not. They all fit me, don't they?
These days of my life, I survive, but I'm caving in the dead of the night. All the lies, waking up for him and the phone that's stuck in my side. He's gone and makes me wonder. Days into nights, and the days again. He wanna know where I stay, where I've been. This love, he's so craves it to be with a new sense of wonder. I don't know where you've been, where you go. I don't wanna know. I don't know where you've been, where you go. I don't wanna know. Say what you mean when you're talking to me. Don't you leave me out, baby, don't you leave me out. Say what you mean when you're talking to me. Don't you leave me out, baby, don't you leave me out. But now all the walls that we built are coming down. We cannot hide from a world so safe and sound. Love don't exist in here now. Silence makes me wonder.
tuned in to another episode of On the Move Unscripted on Purpose. And of course, I have my girls with me as always, doing what we do, talking about what we talk about. We share emotion. We everything that comes out during these shows is real. Believe that. So we do it all with love. So I'm curious because I know that you're out there in Atlanta. What is the energy right now about that? The gentleman that the father and son that was charged with killing the black jogger. Like, what's the energy in Atlanta right now about that?
Honestly, I haven't seen any shift from this COVID to anything else. I mean, it's coming up more on social media platforms. What actually happened, but you're not hearing a whole lot of conversation about it at all. I think it's always sad and horrible. When you hear these types of stories. When you know that they're real. Let me take that back. They ain't stories. When you know that they're real, with so much going on at one time, it's like people's minds is just all over the place. You know what I'm saying? It's too much going on at one time for any one thing to be focused on other than the pandemic, which is ridiculous. But I haven't heard a whole lot of conversation about it, honestly, and me being who I am, I'm annoyed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm annoyed by people's lack of real concern to do anything other than share the information, other than just share the news. You know what I'm saying? Spreading it around, making things go viral. You don't need to keep making shit go viral if you're not going to do nothing about it.
They protested in Georgia. I just saw some them getting together and protesting. It looks like the father and son have just, I don't know if they've been charged or recently arrested. I'm looking at something now that says breaking news as of 8:40. I'm trying to see who, I guess from the Washington Post. So I guess that's pretty that can't be fake news, right?
What happened? Can I ask?
So
I'm totally lost.
Okay, I'm reading from the article. A Georgia father and son were arrested and charged with murder Thursday evening in the fatal shooting of, I hate to slaughter his name. I'm guessing it's Ahmaud, Hmaud, Arbery, Arber. Okay. Amid intensifying pressure from across the political spectrum. So it says footage of a young black man who was fatally shot by a white man in Georgia ignited outrage across the political spectrum, with the former Vice President Joe Biden comparing it to a lynching and Governor Georgia Brian Kemp calling the shooting absolutely horrific. President Trump speaking at an event.
It's a lot of static. It's a lot of static, and I can't
I'm
understand.
gonna mute everybody for just a second, and it could be coming from me, for all I know. So I'm gonna mute everybody for a second. I'm muting everyone just so that you can hear me. So basically, I don't know. Hopefully the static is not coming through, but so basically, it says Arbery was killed in February while jogging in a residential neighborhood in the Brunswick, Georgia area. Video of his brief interaction with at least two men who confronted him seconds before the gunshots was released on social media this week. No one had been charged. At the time, no one had been charged, but I guess I'm guessing like 30 minutes ago or so, they're broadcasting that that he was that they were charged. It says Gregory McMichael, 64, a retired police detective, saw Arbery jogging and believed he looked like a suspect in break-ins in the neighborhood, according to a police report. A local news reporter found only one burglary was reported to police between January 1st and February 23rd. Michael called his son, Travis McMichael, 34. They armed themselves with a handgun and shotgun, respectively. They checked Arbery in a truck, according to the report. And Gregory McMichael told police that he shouted to Arbery, "Stop, stop. We want to talk to you," before, according to their statements, they pulled up beside him in their truck. Reached by phone Thursday afternoon, Greg McMichael said there are many facts out there that have not come to light. This is all based on the video and newspaper story. All the stuff that led up to that still hasn't been released, he said. Greg McMichael refused to comment further. So I guess basically what happened was an African American man was jogging through their neighborhood, and the father, who they just said is a cop, and his son, basically that he fitted a description of someone who's been breaking in their area, even though the reports there stated that nobody had even called in anything except for one burglary between January 1st and February 23rd. So anyway, they seen this man jogging. So he's running. The truck is chasing this black man as he's jogging. They running around. I guess truck catches up with him. And I don't know what the video shows because I did not see the video. But from what I'm hearing, there was a brief interaction or something happened, and the guy was shot. So the issue was nobody was taken into custody. I think that's one of the things that the African Americans is like, what is really going on? Because if that had been, if it had been a reversal of a minority running from, a majority running from a minority, and that was happening, they would have been already arrested. So I think that is like a lot of what the frustration is. Like, this is a crime, and why aren't they in jail? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of like where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Frustration.
Is this incident different from a recent beatdown of or shooting of a African American? I guess I heard what you said about a officer because he saw an African American that he thought was
this is a retired. He was a retired policeman. The man was a retired policeman. He was retired.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't. He wasn't on.
So a retired police officer killed a African American male.
Him and his son chased the man down in their truck.
Okay. And did he shoot him or beat him down?
They shot him.
And killed him.
Okay, so please tell me that. Okay, so then the identification was incorrect, right?
Yeah, so they shot and killed him. It's kind of similar to the Zimmerman story, with the Trayvon. I mean, like, you're a citizen. You're a civilian right now. You're not on duty. You haven't worked. Your son is not a cop. And because this black man looked like somebody who may have robbed probably one of their houses 2-3 months ago. And so, I mean, what are you saying? You're not allowed to jog? Was it a white neighborhood? That area where he was jogging.
I don't know if it was a white neighborhood or not. I'm not sure if it was a predominantly white neighborhood or not. I don't know.
The young man that was murdered, how old was he?
How old was he?
Like early
20s,
23 or 25, something like that.
He looked young.
Oh.
He looked young.
Okay, so please tell me that officer is in that retired officer is in jail. Is he locked up?
No.
So that's the thing that everybody was upset about because this happened a while ago. But it sounds like maybe it says father and son charged in the killing of black Georgia jogger. And this was just released today, May 7th, at 8:40 p.m. So while we've been on air, they have just been charged. But this murder happened. When did they say murder happened?
It was in February. I think it was in February.
It was in February. This is freaking May. This is May.
Yeah.
They chased this man down.
They didn't really do anything because right around the time they were trying to start the investigation, that's when the COVID hit. So they had to wait till a lot of that was over with, which I find to be a bunch of bull.
It is.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised that because Brunswick, Georgia, if I'm not mistaken, Brunswick, Georgia is probably a few hours away from Atlanta. So I'm surprised that they're not talking more about that in Atlanta right now.
Yeah, it's not like I said, not that I've heard. I've seen the posts on social media, but I haven't really heard any conversation about it just yet. That don't mean nothing. It can still happen, and I'm sure it will happen.
Do you think that when
with all this going on,
do you think that when things happen in the South against African Americans, do you think that sometimes it's slow getting out?
It's slow getting out, and it's slow process because it's so common. You know what I'm saying? And when we talked about the initiation of all these, stay at homes, don't touch nobody, all this bullshit, how it desensitizes people and it makes things become normal. It has gotten to that point where it's like, oh, okay, well, another black person that got killed, ain't nobody gonna look for him, ain't nobody gonna try to, figure out what happened and blah blah blah. It's kind of, what I'm saying, like it's almost accepted as a norm because it keeps happening. Not that it is, but it keeps happening. And the mindset of people gets to that point, well, you know what I'm saying, like, well, we can't do nothing about it. This is what's gonna happen. We're gonna sit back and wait and hope and see if something's going to be done. We're going to wait, see, hope, pray, and, if they're going to get caught and whatever. But people are not really in get up and do something about that shit mode yet. And that's the part that irritates me. Like, I don't want nobody else sending me no more shit like that. Don't send me nothing else about what's going on, about, who mad about what, and none of that if ain't nobody doing nothing. What is your resolution to it, even if it's minimal? How do you contribute to this type of thing ceasing? You know what I'm saying? Like, the more you talk about it, the more you get angry about it, but then you don't allow your anger to provoke you to do something about it. You just get mad. And then what?
Well, I think that when you share, if nobody has shared that story, in all honesty, Kim, if no one has shared that story on social media, the rest of the world would not know. True enough, there's people, especially the ones who are in Brunswick or people who are in the Georgia area or Tennessee or Florida or Alabama or Mississippi, all those people that are close to that area that Brunswick is only a little drive away. Yeah, if they're protesting something like that, I think people should join. But those of us who are far away, like Ohio and California and Nevada and all those, New York and stuff, the only thing that we can do, in all honesty, when something like that happens, is to share it on social media, because that's getting the word out about what has happened. So all eyes will be on this situation, because you're right, the pandemic has basically clouded everybody. Like, right now, can't nobody see nothing but the virus, this, that, and the other. So now, everybody's tired of hearing about the virus. They're ready to shift their eyes on something, So I guess right now, being that they're showing this on social media, we can focus our attention on trying to make sure this jogger, this young man, gets justice, because if he was not breaking into nobody's house and there is no proof, whatever, their lives weren't in jeopardy or whatever the heck the rules are for Georgia for shooting people down, because I'm sure if he was running, that their lives were not, they weren't afraid. So all eyes need to be on that.
No, I'm not debating that part at all. I'm not saying don't share the information. Don't let people know what's going on, but don't just share the information and then do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
But sharing the information is doing something, though. Sharing the information is doing something.
That part.
You have
but there's always something else that can be done, even if it's just small. You know what I'm saying? You may not be able to do anything in Ohio for something specific that happened down here, but you can probably create some type of organization or awareness, whatever, to aid in the prevention of it happening again somewhere else where you're at. Is what I'm saying. It don't have to necessarily just be, in the city that it happened or in the state that it happened, but people have the ability to do something other than just hit share or hit like.
I heard about it on the radio this morning with was it Angie, Charlamagne the God, and the other guy? Yeah, because Charlamagne the God had a lot to say about it, because he's very politically correct. So he, he was just saying it's because he even said the same thing. If it was a majority that this happened to, the former officer and the son would have already been locked, sealed, and delivered with the key thrown away. He said they're trying to use the COVID. So basically, our city taxes are paying the police officers that's not doing anything because of the COVID. He said because they're first responders, so they should still have followed up on the scene.
Yep, no argument with that at all. No argument.
Yeah,
whatsoever.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. I don't know. I just feel like we need to, even though we're dealing with, trying to get things back to normal as far as this virus thing goes, we definitely cannot, we can't ignore, what's going on as far as our rights and stuff, and just making sure that people get their justice.
Mhm. Oh, they gonna get it. They gonna get it. They may not get it the way this law system is set up, but they gonna get it. Are we all muted? Or we just all went silent?
I'm just thinking about but I don't want to take it all the way there, but I'm thinking on a religious note that this is a time that in all this confusion that those that represent Christ stand up, campaign. Where's the church? Not a building, but where is that platform? Like, isn't this the platform? I mean, it's like, why are we waiting? Like, because we already know what the agenda is. But where are we that have all this power? Going to church and I don't know why. I just thought about that. It's like God is saying, okay, now it's time for you, my people, to come up with something else that tells the truth, the way. But it's like we're in our homes watching it on TV, and I don't, it's like, when is that time coming for those?
Because I'm gonna be honest,
that is what they practice, and I'm not saying you're perfect, because you can, I'm just so perfect, but where is that? If He empowers us to even in worship collectively, Kim, didn't you say that changes the environment when your vibration is raised? What if it's on a collective? Couldn't we change what's going? Couldn't that change the agenda? Because it's so powerful.
Yep.
When you said, what can we do, that's what came to my mind. That's
exactly
what came to my mind.
Exactly.
Because we may not have political, money or anything, but where is the power? We say, where's that power? Collectively.
We are it. We are it. But we keep surrendering.
What can we do? What are we going to do? Another protest? Another march?
Man,
Because I'm going to be very honest. And I'm not trying to sound racist or anything, because I don't think I'm racist. I really don't. I mean, but we've been marching since Dr. Martin Luther King was leading marches, and that was in the 60s. We are now in 2020. It has been, 60, 79, it's been at least 60-plus years of us doing peaceful marches. I'm tired of it. It's time for another level. So unless we on another level, I can't do another march, because they don't care if we march as long as we quiet.
Exactly. So these types of conversations right now that we're doing, that we're having, these are the conversations that need to be held. What are we about to do now? What do we do? Not just hit share. That's what I'm talking about. Not just hit the share button, but have the conversations. What can we do now? These are the things that we've done in the past. This is what has happened in the past. This thing here, this don't work. We need to figure out something else to do in this system, period. That's what I'm talking about. So it's not about just sharing the information. It's using the information and applying it. Now that you know what it is, what can we do about it? How do we put these things together where it makes sense? We're not operating out of anger and we go on a protest and the protests go bad and now we want to burn down every damn thing in the hood, because that's what we're going to do, is tear up our own shit. Like we've been doing, says history. When we get mad, we get angry, we're moving out of emotion, not moving out of the information and the power that we are for real. That's what I'm talking about. Get out of that part and figure some shit out. Have some conversation with each other. Utilize the powers that we are as a collective and change the shit. Period. There is no other answer. Because you're still looking for the system. You're looking for a system that is designed to do exactly what it's doing to help you. That's like asking the slave masters to give you the key so you can cut yourself loose. It's not going to happen.
Not at all.
We keep looking for the system to help us. We keep looking for the system to act right, to give a damn about the people, to do something just. It's not going to do that. It's not designed to do that. The people who are in control of it are not going to do that. And we got to get out of the mindset of the expectation that they're going to, or that they should even. It's not going to happen. People are afraid to act out in a different way because history says and has shown anybody who steps out of line and acts out of nonconformity, trying to lead people to do something, to come up to uprise or whatever, we're going to do something about that. We're going to show you what we do with these people. We show you what we do to these leaders. We show you what we do to people who have the ability to influence a mass of people to change or use their mind to accept the power that they are. We're going to show you what we do to these people. So the majority, which is us, backs down and does nothing, become passive, get mad. We get mad at the system, so we burn up our own shit. Is that how we do it? Does that fix anything, or does that keep causing history to repeat itself?
Right.
That allows the system to breathe because we're feeding it exactly what it needs.
Yeah. Because it's like we're waiting for them to and when I keep saying them, you gotta recognize what season we're in. Really, you gotta realize that, because these things are expected. So what do I do as a believer? Because that's what it's like. It boils down like in a movie, like evil and good, witchcraft and holiness. That's the vision that I got out of the dream 4 years ago. It's like this system is going to destroy people. This system, but you're in the world, but not of it. So how do we what's the benefit of being connected to the what are we supposed to do as kingdom believers? There's something we're supposed to be doing. We ain't supposed to be just, like you said, sharing information or sitting on it. We're supposed to be doing something.
I think that right now, because of everything that's going on with the COVID-19 and all the sicknesses, and then the churches being closed down, and everything, they're just as combobulated right now as the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? When in the history of time
But
have
we
you
shouldn't be.
remember churches? I understand that. So, because we were so dependent on the house and the building, you know, going to church and the pastor and all that kind of stuff. So now this has caused us to have to go within. So once we go within and all start to meditating and building that relationship with God, we're going to collectively, I feel like the way is going to be led, or there's going to be a raise up of someone in the spiritual religious world that's going to come up, kind of like a Martin Luther King type situation, that's going to help lead people in the way that we're supposed to go at this time. That's how I feel. But I want to take a quick break, y'all, because you know how it is. I got to take a quick break. You know I got to play my music. Y'all know I got to play my music. Y'all into the whole conversation, but y'all know I got my music. You have tuned in to Movie Unscripted. So, yeah, I got to play a little bit of music, and then we'll be right back.
Let's go, baby. I see you checking my trunk, so let me back it up. Twin turbo, baby, so maybe I'm just a bit too much. Your seatbelt's needed, cause I am a speeder. Hold on, once you get inside, I'll take you on a joyride. Tell me, baby, can you handle it? I can make you happy. Put this thing in overdrive. I'll make it roll. If I let you have a wheel, tell me, can you drive me wild? Make it work my while.
The girl is going down.
Let's go, baby. Don't be scared to press on the gas. It's hard to handle. Then get a better grip with your hand. Get ready to rock, 'cause I'm ready to go. I'm just letting you know I'll make you lose control.
I think I'm losing it. 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 I think I'm losing control. Let's go, baby. Let me see you ride it out. Wait a minute, I think we need to slow it down. You're moving too fast. See my dash maxed out at 95. I'm trying to keep up. Better yet, I'm trying to stay
Tell me,
alive.
baby, can you handle it?
Girl, I'm about to bust a tie.
Put this thing in overdrive.
Got my engine out of fire.
If I let you have the wheel, tell me, can you drive me wild? Make it worth my
The
while.
girl is going down.
Let's go, baby. Don't be scared to press on the gas. It's hard to handle. Then get a better grip with your hand. Get ready to rock, 'cause I'm ready to go. I'm just letting you know I'll make you lose control.
I think I'm losing it. 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 I think I'm losing control.
You say that you're a pro, but I see you're out of breath. You need to fall back and re-evaluate yourself. No time for rookies. If you want some cookies, put your hand in the jar. Make your way to my boudoir. Tell me, baby, can you handle it? I can make you happy. Put this thing in overdrive. I'll make you roll it. If I let you have a wheel, tell me, can you drive me wild? Make it work my
The
while.
girl is going down.
Let's go, baby. Don't be scared to press on the gas. It's hard to handle. Then get a better grip with your hand. Get ready to rock, 'cause I'm ready to go. I'm just
control.
Give me a mountain and I promise to move it. Show me a valley, I'll walk right through it. I ain't worried. No matter what it's thrown at me. Give me a hurdle, I'll jump right over. Like a game of limbo, I get down low. I ain't worried. Cause worrying only makes you feel you can't win. And when you're feeling down, remember you can. Don't worry, thank Him for the victory. You got the authority in Jesus. The battle is over. Pray and don't worry. Oh, victory. You got the authority in Jesus. The battle is over. Put me in darkness and I'll be the light. Throw me in the ring and I'll show you a fight. Cause I ain't worried. Yeah. No matter what is thrown at me. If I'm in trouble, you get me in order. Push me out the boat and I'll walk on water. I ain't worried. No, 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 no. Cause worrying only makes you feel you can't win. Cause when you're feeling down, remember you can. Pray and don't worry. You gotta thank Him. Yeah. Hey, hey. And know the battle is over. You better pray. Ooh. You better know it. And the battle is over. Praying, it's already done. If you believe it, it's already done. Just trust Him, cause it's already done. Already done. Already done. If you're praying, if you believe it, come on and thank Him right now. Cause it's already done. Already done. Thank Him right now. And the battle is over. If you're gonna pray, don't worry, 'cause God's in control. The battle is over. And it's already done. If you believe it, it's already done. Just trust Him, 'cause it's already done. Already done. Already done. If you're praying, if you believe it, you better thank Him, because it's already done. Already done. Pray and worry. We gotta thank Him. You know you got it. The battle is over. Pray and thank Him for the victory. You got the authority. Yeah, yeah. And the battle is over. Don't worry, just thank Him for the victory. You got praise. And don't worry, just thank Him for the victory. You got praise. And don't worry, just thank Him for the victory. You got praise. You got the authority. Just thank Him for the victory. Come on, pray.
You have tuned in to another episode of On the Move, Unscripted, On Purpose. It's been an awesome show, but as you know, time is winding down. So I always like to shift gears towards the end of the show and just kind of find out what each one of the ladies got planned for this week coming up or what they're doing. You know, if you look at the Blog Talk, because we're actually doing this through Blog Talk tonight. So if you go to blogtalkradio.com/Patricia Goins for this show tonight, you'll be able to see some advertising that's going on, the ladies got going on. So I just want to give them an opportunity to really just talk about what they got going on this week or whatever, or anything they want to advertise as we get ready to slide on out. So we're going to start with Kim first, because I know Kim just started her website. So I just want you to, Kim, if you can, tell everybody about the website, where they can find it, and that flyer that that you're promoting. Tell us about the flyer and stuff. As we get ready to slide out of another episode.
Yes, ma'am. So the website is myomywellness.com. It's MYOMY wellness.com. You can get massage services, which I am still doing, and virtual counseling, which I'm now offering a special for. It is $19 for a 30-minute virtual session, but you have to email me in order to get that deal. So you email me at heal, HEAL, at myomywellness.com, MYOMY wellness.com. Make sure you take advantage of that. I also have on the events page a donation. I'm looking to reach out to 100 people or families to offer counseling sessions to those who are not able to afford it, and it doesn't matter what they need to talk about. It can be relationship, individual, spiritual, whatever. But I'm definitely looking to offer those services to people who are unable to afford it. So if you would go to myomywellness.com, click on the donate button on the events page if you would like to contribute to that or get your own services. MYOMY wellness.com.
That's what's up. All right, then. Okay. So now we're going to slide down to DJ, because I know DJ got an event or the event that's coming up, which I have to get my ticket. And I promise, DJ, I'm going to get it. Everything's just kind of got slowed down for me and stuff. But I'm still rocking with you. But tell us about the flyer that you sent me about the event that's coming up.
Okay, so thank you for the opportunity to share. The organization, the nonprofit organization, is called At the Table. You can find it on Facebook. We serve women and girls through health and awareness, educational resources, and a scholarship, and we have a mentorship program. The event that you're talking about is an annual event. This year would be our third annual, where we honor and celebrate women cancer survivors at a luncheon. We also recognize a woman that's doing excellent work in her field that supports women and girls and their families, and we give out our scholarship. That event was scheduled June 27th, but because of all of the things that are going on with COVID-19, that event has been moved to October 24th. So to stay up to date on those, on that particular event and anything else that we do that you want to know about, visit www.attrinc.org. Follow us on IG, At the Table Rocks, and Facebook. I'll just give a little bit. I know I'm going to wrap it up, but I'll give a little bit about what we're going to do as a virtual event that has some powerhouse connections in other states. Is a domestic violence awareness virtual event. As you know, due to the current situation, domestic violence cases have went up extremely. They went up as well as suicide. But we, we're talking
and
about
child
it.
Abuse.
I
And
think
child
in my heart
abuse.
that it's going to be the bomb. So please just follow that, and thank you. That's it for me for now. And I'm looking forward to just growing the community work and advocacy that we do for women and girls, and whatever else God has for us.
That's
to
what's
do.
up. I'm sorry. That's definitely what's up, DJ. So everybody, please go. You can actually go to the Blog Talk Radio for tonight, and you can see the flyer that's listed inside the little what they call it, the screen or thingamajigger. the little box that shows all the pictures as we're playing the show. You'll be able to see her flyer and definitely support. I know that all the services, child abuse, domestic violence, suicide, drug addicts, everything's going crazy right now because we're locked in and it's not no pretty sight. So next one, Maria. As our time is clicking down, I just wanted to find out, like what you got going on, or any health advice you want to give, to the listeners who as far as the COVID-19 thing, or whatever you want to say.
Why, thank you. Probably because I didn't have much going on upcoming week. But as far as trying to keep yourself healthy, just make sure, because we are beginning to go out, try to get a little sunshine, some fresh air. Stay high up on your, if you don't take vitamins, start taking vitamins, even if it's just a multiple vitamin daily. I also take the immune boosters for the strong and vitamin C, and if you don't really have pocket change for that, you can always eat oranges. They're giving them out everywhere, everywhere. Right now, the Columbus City schools are feeding the community for free, and then their little sack lunches. I mean, everything is pretty healthy, but they keep you a heavy supply of oranges and apples, orange juice. So just try to, and wear your mask. Wear your mask. Be safe. Wash your hands. And then, if you feel like you have a cold or something coming on, drink warm water. You could add salt, or you could add lemon, something citrusy, or vinegar, something that could break down that buildup, because it's thick. It's a real thick mucus. And just, gargle, water warm to hot is tolerated, and just gargle, every 30 minutes or so, and just, keep pushing. Don't lay down, because a lot of times, especially they're finding with African Americans, because our symptoms can differ, because a lot of the African Americans that had it and they did not catch it, which is why it was such a rise in African Americans, is because our symptoms are slightly different. Like, we'll have more muscle pain, and usually if you got a lot of pains in your muscles, the one thing you want to do is lay down, but you don't want to do that. You got to keep moving. You got to keep stretching, deep breaths, just, like meditation, a few deep breaths, throughout the day. That also helps, because you're expanding your lungs. You're working your lungs. You're working those muscles, and that's what you're going to need to do. And then with your mouthwash, just gargle a little longer. It's small, it's small things that's kind of common that we should do anyway, as far as the personal hygiene and washing hands and whatnot. But just as far as extra vitamin C, because you said that you were getting pale, like, oh my gosh, just start taking in more vitamin C. And that also means spinach, that's high in vitamin C for those who like spinach, And so that's basically it. And have a good week. Be safe.
That's what's up. Definitely, everybody, please be safe. And for those of you, especially those in Atlanta or the different cities that the gates are completely open and you're able to do whatever you want to do right now, just still, go still be in precautions, because you just never know. None of us know. We don't know what's going on with the pandemic / plandemic or whatever the heck is going on. We don't know. So anyway, for myself, definitely want to encourage people to stop by my website, patriciagoinsbooks.com. My books, everyone who's ever read my books says they love them. They can't put them down. So please pick up one. You can either order it, or it's even available on my site as an ebook, so you can start reading it instantly. And let me know, do you think that the movie This Can't Be Love and the book, do you think that they were the same? Some people say that when you write a book, it's never like the movie, or vice versa. So I'm curious to get feedback. For those who have seen the movie and read the book, like, did you think it was that they one was better than the other or whatever? And then also there's 2 other books in the series, The Love House and Ladies Delight, that go with that story. So the story with Karen continues. But anyway, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. I just want to thank all the ladies, that came on tonight. As always, I just want to say I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. And I hope that y'all have an awesome, awesome, awesome week. And
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Oh, and happy birthday to Misty. Today is Misty's birthday. And so we
happy birthday.
Yeah, you want to give her love today. Happy birthday, Missy. We know you couldn't come on, Boo Boo, because you holding it down, but we love you, Tang Tang. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Happy
So anyway,
birthday.
I love y'all. Happy Mother's Day to y'all. Or as
Love
Kim
you
said,
guys. Happy Mother's
as
Day.
Kim said, it don't matter what day it is. I'm a mama every day, 24/7. So we appreciate you, Kim, for being the mama that you are. Oh yeah.
And if my kids hear this, please get me a flower for Mother's Day. A flower, a nice little flower pot. Okay, just a nice little one.
DJ said, I understand everything you said, Kim, but to my kids, hey, y'all know the schools is over here.
Right.
We respect you, Kim, but them kids know what the heck we talking about. Y'all better have it, something, or you better get that bus ticket for this. What's the work? I ain't feeling nobody. Well, peace and love to y'all. I love y'all as always. Unscripted, on purpose. Love y'all with purpose, as Kim already always says. Tune in Monday, y'all, for On the Move Unscripted with me and Be Love. And then definitely come back again next Tuesday because we got some really good artists from the Atlanta music industry that's going to be doing their thing and doing their interviews. So, rock with us. But in peace and love until next week. See you later. Bye-bye.
If living is without you, I don't wanna know. If there ain't no gain after all this pain and nothing left to show. If living is without you, I don't wanna know. No. Once upon a time we had a talk, yeah. But through the passion, some ran not too far. And so we rose from the pain, thought we still stay the same. Guess I was wrong, yeah. Said I climb up every mountain just to find ya. A promise is a promise, never leave ya. Never thought you'd be the one to deceive me, no. Now I have to live without ya. Ashes to ashes, we turn to dust, yeah. I love you until we lost it. You and me went from being lost, yeah. The memories of us. If living is without you, I don't wanna know. If living is without you, I can't let you go. If living is without you, I don't wanna know. No. Without you. If we go right back to the start, would we end right back in the dark? Even though we tried 1,000 times, would we ever get it right? I guess not. But I climb up every mountain just to find ya. A promise is a promise, never leave ya. Never thought you'd be the one to deceive me, no. Now you left me here without ya. Ashes to ashes, we turn to dust, yeah. I love you until we lost it. You and me went from being lost to memories of us.